What up everyone, it's your boy Dio and this is Franklin Investment. So guys, today I'm going to be talking about what to expect during the fourth quarter earning report that BioNano Genomics hopefully next week or maximum in 2 weeks time are going to report. Okay, according to what happened in 2019, they reported their fourth quarter earnings in March of 2020. Okay, fourth quarter earnings of 2019 was reported in the first 2 weeks of March 2020. So I expect BioNano Genomics to report their fourth quarter of 2020 earnings next week or next 2 weeks. I believe next 2 weeks maximum we are going to hear from them. And of course, today I'm going to discuss what to expect, what happened during the third quarter of 2020 earning reports, because we have to compare what to expect in their earnings call as well, and what questions I believe analysts are going to be asking the CEO and the chief financial officer like they did during the third quarter earnings of 2020. So I remain your boy Dio, and guys, these are some videos that I made recently. You guys can find tons of information about BioNano Genomics. I make like 2 videos minimum every day on this topic, and as you guys can see, I have been doing this for over 6 weeks now. Okay, like 2 videos every day for almost 2 months. That is a lot of job. So let's get to today's videos, guys. So this is my playground. This is my spreadsheet where I play from time to time. I have like 3 files, 3 spreadsheets that is about BioNano Genomics earning. But today I am going to start from this, because I get a lot of questions every day like, Dio, how many Saphyrs has BioNano Genomics sold so far? How many Saphyrs do they have installed? So you guys can easily see here, I mean, BioNano Genomics make money from 3 areas. Okay, this is the first one, the consumables. This is the second one, the installation of the Saphyr device, and this is the third one, other services. We are talking about Lineagen, because they acquired Lineagen, and Lineagen made them, in the 1.5 quarter. I'm talking about from October 22nd, I believe, till the end of September, they made like 400 and something thousand US dollars from Lineagen. Okay, so I estimate that every month BioNano Genomics is going to, Lineagen is going to deliver minimum of $400,000 every month in revenue to BioNano Genomics. So we are talking about a minimum of 1.2 million US dollars from Lineagen alone. Okay, and as we can see, September 30th BNGO cash balance, it was 18.9 million US dollars. That is something big also, guys. Okay, 18.9 million US dollars as at the ending of third quarter of 2020. And we can see now BioNano Genomics, after they raised their capital in January, I mean in last month, they raised capital twice. Okay, first they raised like 100 and something million US dollars, then they raised another 200 and something million US dollars, giving them more than 300 million US dollars. So I believe right now, I am estimating at least they have a minimum of 250 million US dollars in cash. They used to have 18.9 million US dollars in cash, guys. That is incredible number, which is very good. I mean, as of September 2020, if you were invested in BioNano Genomics, you would be scared. Like, I mean, this company with just 18.9 million US dollars can spend this money and run down any moment, because they have to put some money into research and development, and I believe with 250 million US dollars minimum in cash, that is solid. I mean, we can expect this company to run for at least next 5 years. Okay, so let's talk about the flow cells. When I say flow cells, I am talking about the consumables. This is one flow. If you take a look at this chip, for example, has 3 flows. Okay, this is 1, 2, 3, because this is 3 samples. This chip can accept 3 samples. We are talking about 3 human samples. Okay, so when we say flow cells, we are talking about 1. This is 1. So for example, this chip has 3 flow cells. So in 2020 ended Q3, ended September 30th, they were able to sell about 1,785 flow cells. Okay, that is 1,785 humans. Guys, that is very, very small. I mean, the market opportunity of BioNano Genomics is insane. Take a look at this. The cytogenetics lab worldwide, there are 2,500 labs worldwide. I mean, and discovery research, we have like 7,000 centers for complement sequencing, 7,000 centers. Even Illumina CEO in his most recent interview, he said Illumina has about 17,000 devices installed. Okay, so let's get back to BioNano Genomics. They sold about 1,785 flow cells in Q3 2020. Okay, that is about 34% increase from what they sold in Q2. And if you take a look at Q4, I am estimating that they are going to sell approximately 3,200 flow cells in the fourth quarter of 2020, which will give them about 80%. I mean, this is an approximation. Okay, I didn't really calculate it. This is going to give them about 80% increase from Q3, and that is very solid. If you compare what is happening around the world, I mean, with 2,500 labs worldwide and 7,000 discovery research centers out there, and each chip is, they have two kinds of chip, I believe. This one is 3 flow cells, and there's another chip with 2 flow cells. And you can see the estimated revenue per year they are calculating, to be from $500 million US to $1.1 billion US. I mean, once BioNano Genomics is able to put their system, their Saphyr, in each laboratory worldwide, of course, we don't expect that to happen. Of course, if they are able to just, at least put, let's say in this 7,000, they are able to deliver Saphyr to like 2,000 centers, and in this cytogenetics lab worldwide, they are able to deliver Saphyr to like, let's say another 1,000. Guys, that is massive revenue opportunity for BioNano Genomics. Now, take a look at the Saphyrs they have installed to date. I mean, as at September 30th, 2020. Take a look at that. Q3, 2020, they installed 11 Saphyr devices. Okay, and in Q4, according to the earnings calls from the CEO of BioNano Genomics, in Q3, he said they have about 21, I think this is 21 or 22. They have about 21 Saphyrs that was ready, to be shipped out for installation. So I believe in Q4, I am not saying they are going to install the whole of the 21. Let's assume they installed at least, 15 of that. I mean, that is going to, give us a good number. But if they manage to install this 21, that will be very, very nice. Until 30th of September 2020, BioNano Genomics has been successfully able to install 96 Saphyrs. Okay, 96. So should, in case your question is how many Saphyrs are out there, working, making money for passive income for BioNano Genomics, there are 96 Saphyrs out there working, installed. Okay, and that is very, very small. I mean, Illumina has 17,000, at least, let's say 10,000 devices installed worldwide. Illumina, guys, and we are talking about just 96 Saphyrs here. We have a long way to go. So according to the BioNano Data Services, they have like 63 projects, okay, running presently, and the samples, are 577. That is a very solid number. Now, let's talk about what happened in 2020, because, in 2020, I already shared this data with you guys in one of my previous videos, but I will discuss this once again. In 2020, the total revenue in first quarter was $1.1 million US, okay? In second quarter, it was $1.2 million US. In third quarter, it was $2.2 million US, which was 86%, growth from the second quarter of 2020. And in fourth quarter, BioNano Genomics is saying they are going to at least, report between $3.8 million US to $4.2 million US. So I am using, in this calculation, I used $4 million US, and I estimated about $8.3 million US in total revenue for 2020. But the thing is, if BioNano Genomics reports a total revenue of $5.7 million US, for Q4 2020, that would be insane, guys. I mean, if they are able to report $5.7 million US, that would be massive. I mean, the total revenue for the year ended December 31st, 2019 was 10.1 million US dollars, okay, compared to 12.0 million for the same quarter last year, or a decrease of 16%. So if they are able to, report 5.7 million US dollars for Q4, that is what I am saying, because they are predicting they will report from 3.8 million to 4.2 million. But if they beat this number, guys, that would be massive. I am telling you, that would be massive. A very positive 2024 BioNano Genomics. So let's go to the next one. All right, so this is the 3 months ended September 30th, and as you guys can see, here is 2020 and here is 2019. Okay, we can see the total revenue for the 3 months ended September 30 was 2.1 million US dollars, and if you compare that to 2019, they made 3.3 million US dollars. So that is about 1.1 million US dollars difference. I mean, I'm talking about the third quarter of 2020. Now, if you compare the 9 month ended September 30th, for the whole 2020, that is about, they made 4.5 million US dollars in 2020, the first 3 quarters. And in the first 3 quarters, if you compare to 2019 first 3 quarters, it was 7.3 million US dollars. So the difference was 2.8 million US dollars. And why is this number low? Because of the lockdown, because of the pandemic. A lot of research laboratories were shut down, okay, during the pandemic in 2020. You guys already know about that. So I expect a total number of labs, opening as at the fourth quarter of 2020 to have increased. So I expect they are going to, make more money than they made in the first 3 quarters of 2020, and of course in the third quarter of 2020, you can see they made 2.1 million now, in 2.1 million US dollars in the third quarter of 2020, but they are estimating 4 million US dollars, between 3.8 and 4.2 million US dollars. And I am saying, okay, perhaps maybe 4 million US dollars. That's why that's the number I used to calculate on the fourth quarter of 2020 that I expect them to report next week or next 2 weeks. Okay, now let's go to this part. There was this amazing question that Jeffrey Cohen, analyst, asked BioNano Genomics CEO during the third quarter earning call of 2020. He said, just fine. Okay, I want to start with some of the, so you placed the revenue and it is okay. So there is 96 in the fleet. Could you talk about the backlog a little bit? You mentioned 21 units. Do you expect those to be in place and up and running by the end of the year, or is that a spillover into Q1 as well? So he was asking because BioNano Genomics CEO said they have like during the third quarter call, he said they have like 21 units of the Saphyr, still sitting around. 21 units right here. They still have this 21 unit of the Saphyr, sitting around, and they are possibly going to, deliver them in the fourth quarter, hopefully. So in the third quarter of 2020, guys, BioNano Genomics was able to deliver just 11 Saphyrs, okay, and they had 21 units, sitting around. So Jeffrey Cohen asked him if they are going to be able to, deliver that 21 units in the fourth quarter of 2020, or if they are going to deliver some of it in the first quarter of 2021. So Dr. Eric said, yes, if I had to make an estimate over the course of the third quarter, we installed 9. So I think we went from 87 to 96. So we were able to install 9. So if our access to lab stays where it is, probably improves a little bit, I think we can only probably we can cover probably about half of this at least, and maybe a little bit more. But part of the problem is just getting access to labs. And as everybody should know, the situation is not stable in Europe, for example. So restrictions are being reintroduced, and our best guess is that those restrictions will not completely prohibit us from installation, but it could delay. So I am going to say, let's that said that in fourth quarter, okay, let's say that in fourth quarter we can do roughly half of those. So he is saying in the during the earning call that at least they are going to install half of these 21 units. So I am estimating that in the Q4, BioNano Genomics is going to install more than 11 units, because they installed 11 units in during the third quarter. I believe they will install another 11 units minimum. They have installed 11 units minimum in the fourth quarter. Okay, so there is something very interesting I want to show you guys as well. Let me quickly speak about the effect of the pandemic on the business of BioNano Genomics. I have already made several videos about this, but I will discuss it again. Take a look at this. 9 months ended October 2020 financial results. Total revenue was 4.5 million US dollars for the 9 months ended September 30, 2020, compared to 7.3 million US dollars for the same period in 2019. The decrease is largely driven by customers temporarily, shutting down their lab operations in response to the COVID-19 pandemic. In addition, the decrease was driven by a change in the mix of revenue between instrument sales and our reagent rental program. So you guys, I already calculated this money, and it was about 2 point something million US dollars, difference because of the, lockdown. So now I believe if once they lift the lockdown, I already made a video about that, BioNano Genomics is going to generate extra 2 million US dollars easily, once lockdown has been, lifted. That is easy money. And don't forget, in the third quarter of 2020, the Saphyr was not doing 96 genomes per week. Now, after the software update, the Saphyr is able to do 96 genomes per week, guys. That is insane. Now, I want to show you guys another very, very important thing. This part is about, the analyst and, the analyst covering BioNano Genomics presently. Take a look at this, guys. Jason McCarthy is a new analyst. Okay, Jason McCarthy from Maxim Group is a new analyst. So he was not there. He was not present during the third quarter earning call of 2020. Okay, so he didn't ask any question. But these three guys, Kevin DeGita from Oppenheimer, Jeffrey Cohen from Landenberg, and of course, Scott Henry, Rhodes Capital analyst. Scott Henry, he is the person that asked the most questions during the earning call of 2020, the third quarter earning call. Of course, this guy is crazy. Take a look at, these are the questions they asked. Okay, we can see David Guetta asked about only 2 or 3 questions. The same with Jeffrey Cohen, about 3 questions. And Scott Henry, on the other hand, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 questions, guys. 7 questions. And the funny thing is, even after 7 questions, this guy didn't even increase his price target until now. His price target on BioNano Genomics is 0.75 US dollars, 75 cents, guys. That is his price target till date. And we sent an email to him and called his number. He said he's going to, update his rating very soon. So we are still waiting patiently. So I am going to read these questions to you guys, because these are very, very important questions. Okay, I have a separate video completely, talking about these questions. So let's get into it. Kelvin, the guitar, or how do you pronounce it, from Oppenheimer, he asked these 3 questions. And then my next question, which may be somewhat related, you did touch on engagement with MOIDX as an important component of the payer and third-party reimbursement discussion. Can you just comment sort of where that stands currently? Have you had any interaction with the folks there, and how should we think about potential timelines and critical milestone sort of along the process? I think I'm not gonna read all these questions because I already went through all of them already. So here, this guy was talking about the reimbursement during the third quarter, guys. I shared a video previously about a breaking news. My most recent video is about a breaking news about reimbursement from one of BioNano Genomics certified, service provider. We are talking about Praxis Genomics. Okay, and we can see now that is bringing in money for BioNano Genomics. I'm going to make an entire video on this topic, I'm going to make another video entirely about this topic. So here he spoke about the reimbursement rate and the housekeeping rate. And if I think about 1,000 flow sales per quarter, should we think about those principal to research market blah blah volume. Okay, that's not so important. Now let's go to the next one. So Jeffrey Cohen from Landeborg, he asked these three questions. First he was talking about the unit. Of course, if BioNano Genomics is going to deliver this 21 units in the fourth quarter of 2020. Then he spoke about Lineagen, forecasting how much money BioNano Genomics invested in Lineagen, and how much money they are going to be generating from Lineagen going forward, of course. Then he spoke also about throughput and efficiency of the Saphyr, efficiency of faster throughput going forward, how the Saphyr is going to be, going, the work of the Saphyr is going to be increased. I'm talking about efficiency, okay? Now, Scott Henry from Roth Capital is the crazy guy with 7 questions, guys. I don't even know where to start from. One thing I can tell you guys is that Scott Henry from Roth Capital is worried about the burn rate of BioNano Genomics. For those of you that don't know what burn rate means, whenever a company that is growing, the burn rate is how much money they burn every quarter, how much money they are losing, in terms of operation, in terms of sales and marketing, and so on and so forth. So he's talking about the burn rate right here, for example. So in his opinion, I think this guy is still skeptic about BioNano Genomics somehow. That is my conclusion. I'm still going to discuss what is going on with Scott Henry, after the fourth quarter earning call of 2020, so that we can compare where he was during the third quarter of 2020, and hopefully if he has improved his opinion on BioNano Genomics in the fourth quarter of 2020. As you guys can see, his price target is 75 cents, okay? And Jeffrey Cohen from Landeborg price target is $14 US. Kevin DeGita from Oppenheimer has $15 US price target, and Jason McCarthy have $14 US price target. I am super interested to hear I'm interested in what this guy is going to I'm super excited, guys. I want to see the kind of questions that Jason from Maxim Group is going to be asking BioNano Genomics, because Maxim Group has the highest power, the highest influence in terms of price target and rating. And anytime they make a price target, the stock always respond to their their price targets higher than from Oppenheimer, for example, or from Landeborg. So the most important analyst to us right now is Jason McCarthy and Jeffrey Cohen from Landeborg. Scott Henry is more or less, I think this guy is more or less bearish. I hope in the future he's not gonna turn to a bearish analyst on BNGO, hopefully. So I believe that is all for this video. I mean, there are tons of things I could share with you guys in this video, but I am going to stop here for now, because we still have this earning coming up, and I'm still definitely going to do perhaps one more video before then. And of course, I am definitely going to do another video after the earning call. So have a wonderful day, guys. I mean, I know this is mathematics, and it's not always an interesting topic. So if you are new on my channel, please hit the like button and subscribe, and remember to click on the bell button, guys. BioNano Genomics is undervalued. I mean, I know the market has been BS lately, and sentiment has been bearish because of these 10 years, 5 years, 30 years bond yields that have been going up. That is why all these risky assets, all these growth stocks, they are going down. You guys have seen Tesla, for example, down. Like even PacBio went down, Illumina went down, CRISPR went down, what else, Intelia went down. So most of all these stocks are going down significantly. I mean, February has been, it started very nice but ended like I don't even know what to call it. So if you are new on this channel, please subscribe and drop your comment if you have any suggestion that I can use to better my video. Please drop your comment. I read all your comments. Of course, it's not easy to make video, guys. I mean, today is Saturday, for example, and it is almost 4 p.m. right now. I have spent all my day working on this video, believe it or not. Since I woke up, I have been reading. I read more than 4 hours to make just this video, guys. Just this video, over 4 hours of research. Okay, so thank you very much, guys. I remain your boy Dio. This is BNGO Investment. Bye bye.